Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 2 Crystal Souls. After our long and glorious adventures in Kotra, I did the usual of going back to civilization for item identification, selling off, and doing a little bit of training. We've also taken the boat from Kotra and brought it back to the Silvar area, where we have found some soldiers who may or may not be friendly. And, oh look, a distraction. The stone in this cavern is black and jagged. As you enter, a strange, incense-like smell hits your nose, distracting and abrasive. At various points around you are totems, covered with dire warnings, skulls, and bones. Welcoming place. What will we find here? More unfriendly Nephilim, perhaps? Coven cave. Interesting. One thing of note is that Scorn now has level 3 in both mage and priest spells, so she is an even more useful utility mage. This cavern smells of old incense and rot. You hear chanting coming from deep within it. And howls. This corridor makes me suspicious. You cannot help but notice that the totems in the northern alcoves have human skulls on them. I see, so in-game we are suspicious as well. Also, the light does not last very long in here. The smell of incense grows stronger. On the floor off to the side is a broken shield. It has the symbol of the Army of Exile on it. It doesn't make you feel any better about the residents of these caves. Okay, if they are, doing damage to the armed forces of Exile, we probably should deal with these folks. Oh, magic barrier. At least it's one that I can walk through. I am not currently equipped to handle the force barriers that are basically impenetrable and need a piercing crystal or the dispel barrier spell. A narrow walkway runs between two deep sinkholes on either side. To the north, you see that the bridge has been coated with slippery, nasty, acrid-smelling filth, as opposed to what we just walked through. So, okay, monsters saw us, but I cannot see monsters yet. Oh, hi, Ruby Skeleton. Cimmerine can't do anything with you, nor can Kazol. Everyone else, on the other hand. Ruby Skeleton breathes and does no damage. Okay. Oh, there you are. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him. Yeah, Cimmerine and Kazal, I guess you guys just keep going north. Can I target that skeleton from... No, I can't. Just get a light heal all going. Ah, not more slugs. Hate these guys. Okay, Cimmerine and Kazol, what do you have? Cimmerine has a sapphire necklace. Kizul has a couple of mist globes, and is somewhat fireproof with the ruby charm. Oh, this might just be a slug. Yeah, with the Blessed Spear, I thought Kizul might be better suited to quickly dispatching a slug. Oh, that's new. So, on the one hand, Trouble moved out of visual range of the ruby skeleton, so I can't shoot him from here. But also, here's a new enemy. Ogre Zombie! What fun. Several ogre zombies, in fact. This calls for the incendiary solution. Ha! Got the ruby skeleton with the fireball too. Cure poison again. See. I'll bring Scorn up just because fireballs. Scorn can't always bring the raw power that Morwen and Telemaine can, but she can do a lot of good stuff now. Delicious skeleton food. Hey, if we get a snack from a ruby skeleton, do you think it's ribs? Not just that, barbecue ribs. Oh, right. Webs can be cleared away in this game. For some reason, I was stuck in Exile 1 mode where the webs are solid obstacles. Nothing in these crates and barrels, but it looks like something under that one. Ooh, a shield and a crystal. And also more food. I keep expecting to find a secret passage for one of those alcoves, and it keeps disappointing me. Someone has set out several mummified animals and piles of herbs here. Offering or trap? Hard to tell. But if they're giving me this option, it is almost certainly a trap. Ooh, I don't like that. Disarm failed, you feel disoriented, and everyone is dumbfounded. Fortunately not dumbfounded to the point where I can't cast Restore Mind. I don't even really need to cast Restore Mind, because I still have access to all my 5th level spells. But whatever. Well, here's hoping that nothing needs to be sanctified in this place. door is locked. Telemane, do the thing. You open the door and a cloud of fumes pours out. Your eyes water and you get lightheaded. From inside the room you hear chanting. There are growls coming from around you. You start to feel very sleepy. You, with difficulty, manage to clear your head somewhat. Inside the room are several ancient, hunched women, beginning to prepare spells. They stand around a bubbling pot, and the bones littering the floor around them are clearly humanoid in origin. And are clearly reanimated. Hello? So we've got ogre zombies and a few hostile witches. I could try blessing us and cursing them. Or I can just throw a bunch of fire at them. Burn the witch! For some reason, I remembered there only being 3 witches in here. I guess I remembered wrong. Yeah, got you and all your little goblins, too. Oh, one more. And of course I'm still used to Morwen doing all of the level 3 priest work. You keep summoning like it's going to do you any good whatsoever. Various goodies. Okay, so apparently there were about 6 of them, going by the number of beds. And no, Garnet, they did not have any black cats with them. Aren't you glad to hear that? Many scrolls are piled on top of this pedestal. Some of them look interesting. Read? The scrolls are actually a rather pedantic and tedious treatise on exacting tests and experiments to perform on items to determine their properties. Dull, yes, but educational. You now know the spell Identify. Potentially useful. And unfortunately, I don't think we get an easy way out of here. We sure don't. Owie. And again with the poisoning. I may need to find someplace not here to rest and regain spell points. Apparently the soldiers aren't smart enough to use the bridge. Ha. Oh, maybe they are. Well, that was annoying. And now I've got yet more item identification to do. BRB. So here's what we got from the Coven cave and also that band of Empire soldiers. The quartz crystal is not worth very much, but the gleaming shield is cursed. Aww. I thought that sounded really good when I saw the name of it. The Feldspar charm is also cursed. Poop. Fortunately, we can still sell all of the cursed items, even if not for very much. Now then, there's at least one more dungeon around here that I know we want to hit up. Oh good, that's an Exile patrol, not more Empire soldiers. In fact, why not use this opportunity to do a bit more exploring around here? I know this area used to have that ruined bandit fort, one of the real early level dungeons of Exile 1. You are at the base of a high mound of rock overlooking this huge cavern. From the top, you would have a view of all of it. If that interests you, a narrow path leads up the hillside. But now there is no dungeon, there is just a special dot. There is a hut at the top of the hill, sitting in the middle of the ruins of a fort. There is a sign on the door. All exiles welcome. Interesting that anyone, exile or empire, would choose to live out here so brazenly. When you knock, a small, elderly mage with a sparse, snowy white beard opens the door and welcomes you in. Greetings, exiles. I'm Kostad. You're understandably suspicious, and he notices. Oh, don't worry. Empire soldiers can't see my hut unless I let them. I'm a spy, you see. He chuckles. I look out to the west for attackers. You enter the hut, still on your guard, and talk to Kostad for a bit. He says it's a risky job he does, but it's much more helpful than teaching at the Mage Tower, that's for sure. Though I do know a few spells it'd be quick to teach if you're interested. Break the monotony of spying, you know. Of course. So from Kostad we can learn Summon Beast, Conflagration, and Dispel Field. They're not high-level spells and probably not stuff that I'll ever use much, but yeah, they're cheap. Cheap enough I can even buy a second set for Scorn. Just for completion's sake. I haven't been in here, but there's absolutely nothing to do in here, so. Now, I believe our source said that somewhere to the north of Kotra is a set of totems just sitting in the middle of nowhere. That's a walking poison fungus. I don't like that. This is just a body of water. Look over here. You pass through the ruined gate of what was once a fairly impressive fort. On some of the cracked wall, you see slowly crumbling frescoes of Nephilim warriors. Or Nepharim, you can't tell. In the far end of the ruin, you find a feeble clan of Nephilim and Nepharim, scraping out a meager existence in the rubble of their once mighty home. When you are seen, your presence makes them highly agitated. However, they're more afraid of you than wanting to fight. Their numbers are few and their weapons are poor. We can try talking to them. They talk with you a little, but not much. They make it clear they're a poor band, trying to only keep as uninvolved in the battles of outsiders as possible. You leave, knowing a waste of time when you see it. Yeah, I'm not interested in killing any extra Nephilim right now. Oh good, I'm high enough level that the poison mushrooms just ran off. Totems, where are you? Oh, hey, sliths. Farther north then? Oh, hello. Interesting. There are a bunch of carved poles out here, out in the middle of nowhere. They depict lizards, dragons, and other reptilian creatures. Also, I can see enough of the surrounding area now to realize that this rundown band of Nephilim and or Nepharim is hanging out in what used to be the Nepharim fort back in Exile 1, where they had the pommel of Demon Slayer. Apparently they are doing much worse these days. That tends to happen when a group of adventurers comes in and wrecks everything. So find the totems and then move straight west. Suddenly, a bit of fake floor falls out from under you. You fall down a deep, slippery hole and land in a painful, undignified heap in a small cavern far below. Into secret sliths. You look wistfully up at the slick chimney leading back to Exile. You would love to climb it, but you can't manage it. You'll have to find another way out. In the next episode. Have a good one, everybody.